thank you for all the announcements, guys. And to move on to our reports, first we're going to have Dr. Gina Sheeks come. Last time we met, you know that Jay Sparks came and talked to us a little bit about the athletic fee, and Dr. Sheeks is going to give a quick update about what the activities fee, what it goes toward, how it benefits you and supports CSU. So let's welcome Dr. Sheeks.
Thank you, Ben. It's great to be here, and I really commend the forum for having the various speakers come in and talk about the mandatory fees, because you certainly do need to be educated about how those fees are spent and what they do for you as a student body here at Columbus State University. I want to make sure that I've got my PowerPoint up here because I'm going to try to stay to 3 minutes. And for those of you who know me well, you know I like to talk. So Ben's probably going to have to just pull me away. The activity fee is really, as I just shared briefly with Dr. Mescon, I said I'm probably not supposed to have a favorite fee, but the activity fee to me reaches the greatest number of students across our campus, and I thought probably one of the best ways to illustrate that to you would be through just one very quick slide here, so you can see how that fee is applied on an annual basis and per semester basis as well. Currently, your student activity fee is $67. We've not increased it for several years now, and the last time it was increased, it was increased at an amount of $5. It's also important for you to know that when a fee is established or when it is increased, it is done so by a student fee committee. We do have representation from faculty and staff that serve on that committee, but there's always a majority of students that make that decision. That recommendation then goes to the Board of Regents that have to approve it, so there is a very comprehensive process. And sometimes it's not approved for good reason, and I can expand upon that when we have more time. That fee committee is also very instrumental in determining where the fee goes and how the fee is allocated. And again, we have representation from across the campus and your student leaders that play a large role in that part. Now, there's, as you can see from the pie chart here, there's several different areas that benefit from your student activity fee. Two of my favorite, first of all, would be the largest amount of the pie, which is your educational and social engagement programming. That's everything from Greek life to your residence life activities to SGA, which is totally, completely funded through a student fee. It's diversity services, it's the student activities council, it's your homecoming, it's your welcome back week activities. You know, we had 2 full weeks of welcome back week activities. All of that is completely 100% funded through your student activity fee, and the list goes on and on. Probably my second favorite grouping on this chart would be the one that refers to your student assistance. You can see we spend $191,000 this past year. We spent that on student assistance, which means that that's employment for each of the students around the campus who are qualified and who take advantage of those opportunities. That goes also for your student government association reps, as well as your SABRE reps, your RAs, your orientation leaders, your ambassadors, and again, the list goes on. We also support academic affairs. The Division of Academic Affairs is primarily funded through state funding, but there are some areas where we do assist them, such as with the music, art, and theater. I know we have a number of majors from that area here in the room. There are things that they need. There are supplies that they need. Let's take theater, for example. When they put on one of their great productions, in order to buy wigs, and we laugh sometimes at some of the purchase orders that come across my desk, but in order to buy costumes, to buy supplies to build the sets, to buy paint, you can't purchase that type of thing with state funding. So again, the student activity fees fall into that. With academic affairs, we also support student academic travel. This past year, we gave the Provost Office $20,000 to support students such as yourself who want to conduct research, often with your professors, which is a great thing, and then to allow you to go to professional conferences and present that. So, just a quick snapshot of how we use your activity fee, how it contributes and is returned back to you as a student body, and I'll open the floor for questions. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Concerning the education and social engagement programs, can you explain what is that exactly and where does that go?
Student engagement programs. Primarily, if you're looking at it from an educational standpoint, well, we like to think all of our extracurricular programming is educational in many ways because we have our student leaders that assist us in planning and in implementing it. But that would be your alcohol and drug education type programs, your sexual assault and prevention type programs. Your social engagement rolls back into your Greek life, your diversity and cultural programming, homecoming, the student activities council, and programming of that nature.
Any more questions?
Did I answer your question? Yes.
What exactly is the personal service area? What falls into that?
That's a very good question. That would be that currently is our full-time staff and our part-time staff that lead each of those efforts. For example, in Greek life, or student activities, or student engagement. It also connects to some of the personnel that we would have perhaps in the Career Center, sometimes as support for our counseling center or our health center as it's needed. So those are your full-time and your part-time Columbus State University staff that are not funded by state money.
Anyone else? All right, let's thank Dr. Sheets for being here.
Thank you.
And last, for my report, wanted to inform the forum that I will, starting next week, split my office hours that I have. Right now, they're posted on my door here on main campus, but in order to facilitate being available to both campuses, I'm going to start spending half of every other week being downtown for my office hours. That way, students at the River Park campus can have equal accessibility to me as the students on main campus. And to make a quick thing about that, anytime my door is open, anytime I'm in there, you're more than free to come in, talk to me about SGA, don't talk to me about SGA, anything. My door is always open. Thank you. And at this time, instead of me going back and forth and announcing each person that's coming up, I'm going to relinquish the floor to each person to give their report. Thank you.
Just being clumsy today. Project book bags ago, called the principal and she said that we can deliver the book bags on Monday at 9:30. So if any of you are interested in accompanying me to that, please send me an email by today so that I can know who I need to be waiting on. And can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me now? Okay. We'll be delivering the book bags at 9:30 on Monday. So if you would like to accompany me to that, please let me know by today. We'll be getting the book bags tomorrow. Me and Dana Larkin, we will be getting book bags. We are sponsoring 60 kids this year, which is about the same that we did last year. The reason that we're doing it on Monday, I realize it's fall break, but they have testing next week. So it will either be Monday or Friday. And I think Monday would probably be better for a lot of people. So just let me know if you're interested in that. And the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the Spooktacular. Spooktacular is going to be a lot of fun this year. A lot of people have had a lot of questions about what the activity would be, and the answer to that is the activity could be anything you want it to be. So if you have a great idea, something that's fun for the kids, just come out, set up what you have, and let the kids have fun. If you missed the last sign up, I have a few more. So just see me after the forum, and I'll be able to get you the sign-up sheet. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Michael Anderson, VP of Finance. Later on in the agenda, under new business, we have International Relations Club making a request, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about our budget. I get the monthly budget report usually the third or fourth day of every month, and so right now for September we have a budget of $36,725. You want to remember that since we have a few things towards the end of the year, such as the honors convocation. You want to subtract about $6,000 from that value. So we have about $30,000 for the whole year. I'd really like to start making graphs for this, but unfortunately, since this month we've only had one fund request go through, which was about $100. That $100 being suppressed by a ceiling of $30,000 makes it a little deceiving. So what you have to kind of take into consideration is we have $30,000 for the year. That's 9 months left. So we have a approximate pace of $3,333 a month. But keep in mind that the months of December are usually not very busy, so you don't have to be very strict to this budget. And other than what we had last month for the $100, remember we had Kappa Sigma with about $1,000 fund request. That's being processed right now. And we also had a fund request by the Student Nurses Association for about $500. So that's where we're at for this month of October. One other thing, a few weeks ago we had a reimbursement request from Kappa Alpha Psi. This was regarding a reimbursement from actually last semester, and they tried to get a reimbursement for their activity, I believe 22 slide, and through some complications of signatures, they were not able to get this reimbursement. The executive board met and they decided to give this fraternity a week's notice to get their paperwork proven that they actually completed all the documents. But since the week had passed, by the time they got it all in, we kind of moved on and denied that. One of the main reasons we put up the 1 week is because this actually happened from the last fiscal year. So those funds can no longer recover that event. We have to use the money from this fiscal year. But other than that, that's all I have for the budget. Do I have any questions? Yes. Yes, 1,100. Student Nurses Association, they requested $499. Sure. Yes. Kappa Sigma? Oh yes, I'm sorry. That's right. $2,200, sorry, that's a bad. Thank you. Yes, that's $2,200 for Kappa Sigma and $499 for the Nurses Association. Anything else? All right, thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't have that much to say for the judiciary other than the fact of our updates from our hearings and parking appeals. Since the last forum, which was September the 20th, we've had 4 hearings and a total of 2 parking appeals. But another thing I would like to add to that, after the voting ballots have been voted on, the justices will pick up your ballots and they will place it in this box standing in front of the table. So make sure that you give your voting ballot to the justices and they will place it into that box so that we can count them. All right? Thank you. Are there any questions? Yes. That's been placed under new business for us to discuss. If you remember the last forum, the Speaker of the Representatives motioned for the discussion to be tabled until new business for today. So that's not a matter to put on the ballot, but we're going to discuss it in new business. Yes. All right. But yes, she asked the question of the parking site, the parking issue to be placed on the ballot, but it has been moved until new business later on the agenda. Are there any more questions? All right, thank you.
Hello, everybody. How you doing today? That's good. In my report today, in a process, purpose of progress, speaking with the exec board and some members over the summer, and researching other colleges, we see that colleges with their senators, they have them assigned to a college within their college. So that's, for example, would be College of Arts we have here. So seeing that progress and trying to make that progress, we have decided to do an experimental project with these year's senators as how each senator will be assigned to a college. At this time, I will go ahead and call the senator's name and tell you which college they're assigned to. First senator is Eric Wilson. Eric Wilson is assigned to the College of Arts. Next senator is Corey Baglery. Corey Baglery is also assigned to the College of Arts. Next is Amber Holmes. Amber Holmes is assigned to the College of Business. Next is Imani Bakers, assigned to the College of Business. Rachel Cottrell, College of Business as well. Michaela Eden, College of Education and Health Professions. Jenny Dryden, College of Education and Health Professions. Teresa Dorceles, who is not with us today, but she is assigned to the College of Letters and Science. Jenny Wheeler, College of Letters and Science. Hillary Hister, College of Letters and Science. And Rachel Green, Graduate Studies. These are the senators who are responsible to have your voice in those colleges heard. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to go ahead and thank the representatives once again for staying proactive. You have done a wonderful job of communicating to your organization. Just remember to make sure that if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email me. Representatives, senators, each of you, including myself, have been assigned to serve on a Senate or institutional committee. Please send your reports from those committees to me also via email. Just a reminder that if you do not fulfill those obligations of serving on those committees, you are on grounds of removal from your position as a representative or a Senate. By you serving as a representative for your own organization, you now have become a close member inside of Student Government Association. And we want to show you appreciation, and also part of any other organization you join, you get membership t-shirts. So part of the membership here inside of SGA, we have already taken up some of your t-shirt sizes. If you did not get your t-shirt size to the justices in the beginning, please do so at the end of forum. We will be giving out t-shirts later on in the month. So thank you, and that concludes my report. Any questions, comments? Yes. The question was, if your committee or your Senate, institutional or Senate committee did not have a meeting yet, it is fine that you do not submit your report because you have nothing to report. But when you have those meetings this year or next semester, please send those reports in as soon as possible. But to send me a notice to make sure that you are reporting, just send me, hey, my committee hasn't met yet. And also, I do get emails from committees, hey, I haven't seen any students in this committee, so I get responses from both sides. But to make sure that you as a representative is covered, please send me an email stating, hey, I haven't met with my committee yet. The question was, is there a way to double check for the committees that you signed up for? I will also send out a large Google document. I'm a fan of Google documents. So I will send everyone an attachment to the Google document that shows what area you're serving in on the institutional and Senate committees. Yes, senators are included on that list. Any other questions? Oh, yes. We also have outside of SGA office and also here at SGA Connect. So if you want quick text message blasts of, whenever we change schedules of meeting rooms of SGA, or also when we have events coming up, please sign up for that too, so you can be able to get quick text message blasts about that. Other questions? All right, thank you.
All right, moving on to our finish the reports, because there are no reports from institutional committees right now or working groups. We're going to move on to unfinished business. And the only thing on the agenda right now for unfinished business is the parking issue that was brought up last week, or 2 weeks ago. What we're going to do is open the floor to discussion about the parking issue again. Obviously, 2 weeks ago, we were aware by a raise of hands that parking is an issue for everybody. So the time that is spent right now is going to be looking at solutions for those parking problems. I'm sure everybody has a great story about how parking has frustrated them, but this is not the time or the avenue to give that story. This is the time to find solutions and try and fix problems that we're presented with. So we're going to put about 7 minutes for this discussion, and to start it off, I'd like to invite Michelle up again, who spoke with y'all last week or 2 weeks ago, about 2 proposals that she had, and just any more information that she was able to gather on the parking situation.
Thank you for having me. My name is Michelle Pevitt, and I am a student here. And there's approximately, after a little research, there's approximately a little over 2,800 parking spaces on this campus. That's including faculty, staff, handicap, and student parking. And my understanding is there's 8,200 students plus faculty and staff, so there's going to be an issue. However, one thing that I see that could fix part of the problem would be to mandate that faculty and staff park in their assigned parking. They park in our parking places, taking up our parking places, and if we go park in theirs, we get tickets, but they don't get tickets for parking in ours. And that takes up a good bit of the parking that we're not allowed to use. Also, a suggestion would be that residents' life members have to park their cars where they live and ride the buses over here. That's just 2 of my suggestions. Hopefully it helps.
Basically, the floor will be open for discussion. If you would like to speak, just raise your hand, and I'll try to acknowledge you as fast as I can with the microphone.
So at this time, what is on the table is the 2 proposals that Michelle brought to us. The first one being faculty and staff parking in only the green parking spots, which are assigned to them. And then the second of which is to have residents live students not park on campus during the campus hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. that are in courtyard 1 and courtyard 4. Yes.